In these next few hours, President Obama is set to announce his most ambitious plan to control climate change of his presidency. And you have to ask, who is he really trying to help? Attorneys, Greenpeace, certainly not us. Editorial board member Joe Rago is here to explain. Joe, just for the viewers who aren't familiar with this agenda, what exactly does the president want to do?
Right. Well, he's unrolling a massive agenda that covers everything from, new subsidies for green energy to energy efficiency for your microwave and refrigerator. But the really big change that he's announcing today is a plan to crack down on coal-fired power plants. Now, we've seen a big decline in coal generation over his presidency, partly driven by the natural gas boom, but also driven, forced really, by regulation. Now he's saying, well, we're going to finish that off. We're going to get rid of all these coal plants and switch, in reality it'll be natural gas, but he has sort of these grandiose ambitions for, wind farms and solar panels.
Wind farms across America. Let's all get power from wood chips and wind farms. So what will this mean for the energy revolution that America is having right now? I mean, this is one of the greatest booms that we've seen in the last couple of decades. Is he going to kill it?
Right. Well, look, I mean, this is an energy tax, basically. This is a regulatory tax that's we have to pay to replace all those power plants.
When you say we, who pays? Every American? Some Americans? Who pays?
Well, about 25 states or so get a majority of their electric power from coal. So it's going to be concentrated in those states. It's mainly the South and the Midwest. So that's really where the costs are going to be concentrated. It's not the West Coast, it's not the Northeast and New England, the Excella corridor. It's really the middle and southern regions of the country. Okay,
what are the politics here? Why do this now?
Look, I think he's trying to shore up his left flank, but it's also it's his philosophy. It's what he believes, so he's really mobilizing the power of the government to achieve these goals.
Okay, does it help the environment, Joe?
No, I mean, look.
I mean, you say that dismissively, but they're going to say this is good for the climate. So why do you say that it won't be good for the climate?
Well, for a few reasons. Look, the U.S. is a pittance in terms of global emissions. It's all coming from the developing world now. Carbon emissions in the U.S. are falling. Now, that's largely an artifact of the recession and the slow economy. But look, we're making progress here. This is just pure cost.
Well, can Congress do anything about this? Because it's very hard as a politician of any stripe to come out and say, you know what, we don't need more regulations on the economy. We don't want safe drinking water and, clean air and all of those things.
Look, I think you're going to see a lot of opposition in Congress. Energy politics are, when it comes down to the local level, they're really not left, right. It's all based on your home state. So, the Ohio politicians who are Democrats are going to be opposed to this. But no, you mentioned Congress. This is really an anti-democratic action here. I mean, if you look at cap and trade, it's been rejected in the Bush administration and in the Obama administration across the board, and he's mobilizing his executive discretion to do this, and I think it's really troubling.
Great. Okay. Editorial board member Joe Rago on the great big fat green regulatory bomb about to hit the country. Thanks so much for being on the show.
Thanks, Mayor.